I think I want to do this one here. The one from Penacony. And then we're switching over to Zelda. Does that sound good? Let's do that. Oh.
Trailblazers from the Astral Express. Welcome to the Dreamscape Sandstorm.
Long time no see, old big guy.
A long time no see, Diamond in the rough. You must be here to experience those dream bubbles.
Sure.
I've already made the necessary preparations. Be careful, though. We did pass the safety inspection stipulated by 27.
Why are you saying it that way? It does not give me security.
This dreamscape will feature unfiltered and unpolished fresh memories.
Oh.
It will make for a very vivid experience.
But if they're unfiltered, how do we know they're safe?
Thrill dream. I don't know if you're into that kind of thing. If you feel any discomfort, please leave the dreamscape immediately and seek professional medical help. Luckily, I just so happen to be an excellent doctor, albeit a psychiatric one. Let us begin. Please, close your eyes and rest your forehead on the dream.
I'm gonna touch it. Listen. I'm touching stuff.
Oh yes, I nearly forgot. That elegant girl mentioned something before she went.
Which girl?
The nature of this memory is special.
Is that Black
Don't
Swan?
ruin the dreamscape experience for anyone else by spoiling the ending.
What? Wait, is it challenge? Oh, it is Black Swan. Okay. So we are gonna put in Del. Don Hong.
Proceed with caution.
I did build Lucia more or less. Oh, my blank key is gone. And we're gonna put in Blade because it says wind.
Need me to
I don't
watch
have any
your
of
back.
these, but it's a. I don't have Black Swan. What do you mean? Oh, she's a trial character. Yeah.
Rest
Listen.
assured, dear,
Oh,
I'll do all that I can to assist you.
Why did I get an achievement for that? Whatever. Do I want Blade instead of Trailblazer? Yeah.
Need me to watch your back.
Yeah, please watch my back. Oh.
In my estimation, there is no question about it. This is murder.
Again?
Murder.
What's going on in Penacony?
Such a foreign word to us. The people of Penacony could never come to any harm while under the watchful protection of the family.
That's a
In
lie.
a dream, even if you're bashed 1,000 times with a hammer. And worst, you'll still wake up in reality in a hotel.
Not necessarily.
Oh.
Even if the result does not
Why?
constitute harm, the criminal intent is clear enough. You specifically came here to cordon off the scene because of the unsavory nature of this case, right?
You're not wrong. Even if there are no casualties, being smashed over the head with a hammer in the middle of the street for no reason at all.
If it was a hammer, it wasn't me. I'm using a bat.
You are guests at the Oak family.
Hi,
so
Ursula.
you may investigate the crime scene. I'll be on standby.
You missed the
over
cool
here.
things. That looks like it would belong to Sparkle.
Are you a witch? Just how did you manage to convince them in the blink of an eye that we're some kind of detectives?
I'm not gonna offer him explanation.
Just some suggestions at the memory level. If something happens in everybody's memory, then that something becomes a fact.
Is that
Rather
so?
than hearing endless explanations, would you like to experience it for yourself?
Oh?
No. Hey, you can save that for the enemy.
Then on to the next order of business. Let's discuss your companion, shall we?
Huh?
Memo Keeper of the Garden
Oh.
of Recollection. I've been watching you for quite some time. You stole a glance at me when you first entered the hotel. You followed me wherever I went inside the dreamscape. In the windows along the commercial street. In the pond water reflections of the Ideen Park. Even in the reflections of the wine glass. Everywhere. My dear, do you have a crush on me? Well then.
The
Since you're so
solution!
interested in me, let's play a little game.
Oh, listen.
I left a puzzle for you, Nero Timal. Solve it and prove that you're capable of pleasing me. If you can solve it, then we can talk. Don't leave me waiting, my dear. Before Penacony gets flipped upside down, try to find me, catch me, and stop me.
Okay.
There's actually more than one memo keeper who's come to Penacony. She's mixed me up with someone else. But no harm, no foul. The address at the
Did
mouth
she?
gave you was right here. But you never would have thought that when Miss Sparkle mentioned a game, she was talking about wanton slaughter on the streets of Penacony. Such a direct act of provocation is enough to get my competitive side worked up too.
Madam, forgive me. I had no idea about anything she said. As you saw, I went through a brain scan and everything.
Huh?
I'm just a friend, helping her deliver a letter. That's all. I never
What-
knew
what-
this
what
was
is
actually a
Shumpo's whole
declaration of
deal?
Warfare. They say you shouldn't kill the messenger. So maybe you can just, let me go. You all are the big shots here. I'm really not on your level.
What a frightened look you have. Don't worry. Since this has nothing to do with you, I won't be suspecting you of anything.
Yet.
Why don't you come to
I
stroll
always
with me?
suspect Shampoo. Always.
Oh, seems like I can't escape being an assistant detective. Oh, fine. It's all fine. No big deal.
Is it no big deal? Am I asking? Am I finding? What do I do?
If there's anything you'd like to know, please ask away.
I don't know, is there? Regarding the victim.
Who was the victim?
An IPC employee named Shamari.
Why is an
Eyewitnesses reported
IPC
that
employee
a tall, strong
here?
man wearing a large robe with long sleeves walked right past Shamari and suddenly assaulted him with a hammer. Shamari collapsed on the spot and woke up from the dream. The murderer vanished in a flash.
Ooh, that sounds just like Sparkle. Her best asset is transforming her appearance to look like someone else.
Regarding the sweet dreams.
Who are those two little guys?
Seems like the assailants stole the troop from elsewhere and deliberately placed them here. What nerve. They don't even have the slightest consideration for public order. Those two have clammed up. I wonder if you two could help pry open their mouths.
Looks like a puzzle that Sparkle has left behind for you.
For me, of course. Regarding evidence at the crime scene.
Any leads yet?
This is a developing case, so there aren't many clues yet. All we have to go by are the weapon used by the assailant and the victim's ID. They didn't even take the weapon with them. Sounds like they're trying to provoke us. Despicable.
Can we summon the victim?
Where's Mr. Shamari right
It's
now?
true!
I'd
They
like
are
to meet him.
alive! Just Just
I'm
ask
afraid
them.
you can't.
Oh.
The Oaks came forward and calmed him down. Mr. Shamari expressed that he understands the unpredictable nature of dreams and went on to vacation in another dreamscape.
Sure.
Best not to bother him. Guest
A
experiences
vacation.
always have to come first.
Of course.
Oh, I'm afraid by the time we find him, half of Penacony will have been sent back to reality by Sparkle.
Looks like we'll have to play this little game of sparkles then.
Absolutely not sus. Hi there.
Lady Black Swan, you're here! I'm the constable, and this here assisting me is the bailiff for this case.
Mr. Coldfeet,
Okay.
why'd you do it?
So they can
Mr.
talk
Goldfeet.
after all. Miss Black Swan, they're heading straight for you.
Don't interrupt, I wasn't talking to you. Ahem. I understand Lady Black Swan has quite the intellect. I'm sure you'll be able to get to the bottom of the Sparkle murder case.
The Sparkle murder case? Wasn't the victim Shamari from the IPC?
You're wrong, Lady Black Swan. The victim is evidently none other than the matriarch of the Goldhammer family, Miss Sparkle Goldhammer.
What?
Oh.
What?
I guess Miss Sparkle has written herself into the skit here, and this has nothing to do
Huh?
with the actual case.
Does she belong to one of the families?
Is that her real surname?
Never heard of it. Sounds made up. Sparkle doesn't sound like a real name either.
Shampoo also doesn't sound like a damn real name.
Three valiant warriors at the Goldhammer residence today, but upon their arrival, all they found was her body. Miss Sparkle had been smashed over the head by a hammer and died on the spot. Such a brutal act of violence.
Very brutal.
My investigations discovered that the three warriors were supposed to escort supplies back to their territory the day before, but they were unexpectedly ambushed by the Annihilation Gang. They narrowly escaped and barely got away with their lives, finding their supplies almost completely raided. So they all shared a motive for killing Miss Sparkle, to escape punishment.
So the three of them teamed up to kill her.
Is the case closed?
That would be
No,
easy.
there can only be one murderer. It's not an unsolved mystery if there are three murderers. Hang on. Wait.
If you can't justify it, don't bother.
Got it! Those three were all vying against each other to be number two. They couldn't have cooperated on anything. So it must
Huh?
have been one of them acting alone.
That actually doesn't make much sense.
No.
Even if they were on bad terms, those three...
Please begin your investigation, Lady Black Swan. There are lots of clues at the crime scene that are sure to help you apprehend the real culprit.
What?
I've got the case file
What?
right here. If you want to learn more about the suspects, talk to me.
Huh? Listen, I'm lost.
Lady Black Swan, allow me to introduce the three suspects to you. Lefton, Zhongshan, and Wright.
Okay.
Lefton is one of Miss Sparkle's chief lieutenants, whose right hand was unfortunately severed while he was valiantly fighting off the Annihilation Gang. He's now learning how to write and hold
What?
a fork with his left hand. How tough that must be. Then there's Zhongshan. This guy's a coward who ran away as soon as a group spotted some bandits along the road. He ended up smashing into the side of a cliff and getting his face disfigured. It's a real shame, as he used to be one of the rare handsome men left around town. Last of all comes Wright. This guy was so insatiably greedy that he still came back to try and embezzle the rest of the supplies after they narrowly escaped with their lives, lying about how the gang had taken off with everything. Lefton and Zhongshan were so incensed that they broke his legs.
What the fuck?
Hang on, I'm confused here. Left on? Right? Is this some kind of joke?
Isn't this exactly your type of joke, sweetheart?
Do you need me to go over it all again?
No. I did not follow, but no.
That won't be necessary.
Someone lost an arm,
I've
someone
memorized
lost
every
legs.
detail.
No wonder you're a memo keeper.
Okay, I got a case review.
Holy moly! This hammer is super heavy!
You're not even here.
This must be the murder weapon for the Sparkle murder case.
Wow. These
Sparkle
deduction
also used
skills.
it to attack Mr. Shamari.
I'm barely able to lift this using both hands. I have no idea how Sparkle could ever use this to hit a target.
She be buff. Okay, I got evidence. I also... Oh,
Look, an ID card. Talent
Those are
Motivation
books.
Department, Shamari. Is this the victims?
Mr. Shamari's belongings should have disappeared alongside him as he woke from the dreamscape. The fact that this ID is here means Miss Sparkle placed it here on purpose to prove that she definitely attacked someone.
for a second I had to think who you mean. But I get it. I get it. Okay. You have to turn into Harnish.
Is that all the evidence? How are we meant to solve this with so little to go on? Oh, you scared me! When did you pop out?
The two pieces of evidence that you found are related to the attack on Shamari.
Oh, really?
Miss Sparkle didn't leave them lying around for no reason. They're clues to the puzzle.
Would have never guessed.
There are still some other clues that were placed in other areas, so they won't spoil the crime scene.
Isn't that a bit unnecessary?
Yeah, isn't it?
No. It's disruptive to have a stack of irrelevant things crowding a crime scene. Miss Sparkle is a law-abiding citizen who
Sure.
will never bring extra trouble to the family.
Debatable.
Seems quite nice of her, if you ask me.
Sure.
Looks like Miss Sparkle is adding a little spice to the investigation. Let's take her up on her offer then. Mr. Assistant Detective, this way.
Why is this story like? Listen, if I'd known Shampoo would be in this story quest, I probably wouldn't have done this today. This is spoiling the Aventurin drop. Do I go somewhere? No, in here. That's not opening. Okay. Oh.
What's this little device here?
Oh, that's the bomb device.
Could you please let
She
me
gave
know?
like she wanted
Looks like
to
a
give
little
Aventurin.
button.
Don't push it, Lady Black Swan. Whatever you do, don't push it. That's the
It's gonna make a boom.
button that Miss Sparkle installed. Once pushed, Miss Sparkle and the entirety of Penacony will instantaneously go up in smoke. Miss Sparkle also has her own button. The second she pushes hit, you and the entirety of Penacony will instantaneously go up in smoke.
That sounds like both buttons can do the exact same thing.
Yes.
Correct. Exactly the same.
Oh,
Aren't you going to ask me why?
okay. Why?
She wasn't.
Because she is fair.
What?
This is nuts.
Listen, I don't like to agree with him, but he got a point. It is. Okay, cool. Okay, we have to be big real quick. Anything else here? No, okay. Back to being small. Puzzle time. Why is Pompon here? Or like budget Pompon?
What's this? A plush toy?
Regardless of why it's designed to look like the conductor aboard the Astral Express, this doll, is it connected to the case?
Probably.
Have you ever heard of something called a red herring in detective stories? It's a fake clue that leads you down the wrong path.
Okay.
I see. But when it's so obvious, doesn't that defeat the purpose?
That's just in case you didn't realize the ingenuity of Miss Sparkle and
Ah.
were worried about her throwing at a random useless
Hi,
clue.
Sars! How you doing?
I see. Thank you for your keen insight. Then, let's pretend we were misled by a red herring.
The next one is like a mom who is playing
This doll,
like with their
could
daughter.
it be connected to the case?
You don't have to play along that hard, you know.
Give her some fun. Just a tiny bit. You know? Bonk. Blink bonk.
This notice seems like a hint for us from Miss Sparkle.
No, no. Goldhammer residence security regulations. To prevent criminals from hurting our great and lovely Miss Sparkle, the Goldhammer residents shall abide by the following regulations from today onwards. 1. All retainers and visitors must enter and exit the Goldhammer residence using the facial recognition system. 2. Those who cannot pass through the facial recognition system will be killed on the spot. Wow. That's amazing regulations. 3. These regulations are in effect indefinitely.
That sounded like a story from ancient times.
That's terrible.
And why did the facial recognition system
terrible.
suddenly go out?
This is so her style, isn't it?
Is it?
Doesn't look like there are any more clues. Let's head back to the crime scene.
Okay.
Next, should we pin down the identity of the perpetrator? This evidence, I've been staring at it all day, but there's Lefton. That guy lost his hand.
Yeah.
Remember Zhongshan's face was disfigured after the incident at the cliff? Right?
Oh, one of them also lost some
I
parts of
remember
their
this one
face.
best.
Why don't we flip the question and start by asking who couldn't be the murderer? After all, there are only 3 suspects, so elimination could be a valid method.
Only.
If you put it like that, then do you already have someone in mind? Tell me, come on.
Okay, does she? Does she? Hello? Hello?
So, who exactly is the murderer?
I don't know.
I remember this one best. Wright has a broken leg.
Yeah, the other 2 broke it. What? I don't know.
Oh, is that so? I feel like the...
Okay, listen, what evidence do you want?
Oh, is that so? Oh, is that so?
Is it the fucking hammer?
Oh, is that so?
The toy?
Oh, is that so?
What? Which one? Didn't I select all of them?
Oh, is that so? Oh,
Huh?
is that so? Oh, is that so? Oh, is that so?
I don't have more.
Oh, is that
But
so?
what do you want from me? Oh, I can choose which one. Okay, wait.
So, who remember John?
This is that one.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
He was seriously injured and was all wrapped up in bandages to keep his good looks safe. If that's the case, then he couldn't have made it through the Goldhammer Residence's facial recognition system.
Listen, because I was like in the middle and I only click on that dude, I thought it's
murder.
just that dude I can click on. Okay.
So, who left in that?
This?
Based on the bailiff's statement, Lefton's dominant hand was seriously injured to the point where he had to learn how to live using only his left hand. Swinging that giant sledgehammer to murder someone, that must be hard for him. Probably impossible. Lefton's suspicion level can be downgraded.
By process of elimination, it seems that only Wright could be the murderer.
Da-da-da-da!
That was easy. Let's tell the constable our answer and see what he thinks.
Sure. So I was just very unlucky with that first guy.
There are lots of clues at the crime scene that are sure to help you apprehend the real culprit.
The murderer is right.
You have answered correctly!
Yeah.
As expected, you didn't disappoint, Lady Black Swan. Game rules stipulate I must tell you where the next puzzle is.
Another one?
Huh? The next puzzle? I didn't sign up for this.
Why am I reacting the same way as
The key
him?
to winning
I don't like
lies
that.
not in the puzzle itself, but in the motives behind Miss
Hi,
Sparkle's
Tanya.
strange
It is
behavior.
Wednesday. It's our stream day.
I'm afraid this chase may just go on forever.
I have to remind you that Sparkle is a
Listen, you can
masked fool?
sit. You
Do
could
plan on
still
finding logic
pick
in
up the
mind
hammer.
of a masked fool.
That's exactly what I plan on doing. Even if it's just subjective, there must be an overall principle behind the behavior. Memories
What behavior?
cannot lie, and hers may just understand more about her than she does herself. Right now, let's follow her train of thought and head to the next puzzle. I hope this time we can get ahead of the Bloodhound family. I want to try and avoid using my Memo Keeper powers.
Like Swan is like, I don't want to use like, you know, my special abilities. Okay. Let's go.
So why are you so focused on Sparkle's challenge? Or should I ask, are you more focused on Sparkle herself?
Oh, shut up.
I told you, it's purely out of a spirit of competitiveness. And as a memo keeper, I also have to fulfill my responsibilities and harvest some interesting memories.
Is that what a memory keeper does?
Whoa, this place is a complete mess. And those two weirdos are probably here too.
There's nobody else at the scene. Seems like Miss Sparkle used the same method to send dreamers back to reality.
No special
talk to
powers
those
until I'm
two
out of
there.
trial mode. Yeah, I'm sorry. I did not pull for her. She's shady. I didn't want her.
Oh, Detective Black Swan and Detective Seppo, you finally made it!
We don't know what we'd
Finally?
do without your help.
Why are you
I don't
talking
like it that I
this?
relate to him in the story
Is
part
this
here.
some sort of artistic performance that young people are into these days?
Is there something wrong with the way we are talking? Deputy Sheriff, am I talking in a strange way?
Maybe.
Oh,
A
of
bit.
course not, Sheriff. The way you talk is no stranger than the cat that climbs the apple tree in my grandma's backyard.
What? But compare what?
The skit this time is a modernist one.
Let's discuss this difficult case then. The victim is a galactic business magnate named...
Do I notice something weird?
Her again?
In what regard?
Sparkle really is obsessed with scripting her own death.
Oh, for
What do you mean?
If you undercut me one more time, I swear I'm gonna kick you in the butt. Ahem. Miss Sparkle came to the fashion store to buy herself a brand new tie.
Oh.
She didn't come back out.
Oh no.
After a long time, the shopkeeper went in to see what was going on, but instead discovered Miss Sparkle's body.
Sorry.
She had been strangled to death.
No.
There were 3 suspects on the scene, namely
It's ready.
a shopkeeper named
Hi.
a foxy
It's been a
gambler named
while.
Zhongshan,
How you doing?
and a wealthy Intellitron trader called Lefton.
Our old friends.
It's not just to aid your memory. We've added more descriptions to help tell them apart.
Oh.
Miss Sparkle is so gracious.
Based
Very.
on surveillance footage, witness testimony, and various pieces of evidence, the killer is ultimately among these 3, and
Oh.
they were not working in cahoots.
You're too lazy to be a suspect, right?
For the laughter, if I talk any more with you, it'll make my pure soul filthy.
Detective Black Swan, the dossiers are over here. You can learn more about the suspects from me. I trust you will be able to cut through the hogwash and find out who Miss Sparkle's killer is.
You have to share. You have to share with chat. You can't drop this and then not share. Okay. I have something in my eye. I have to wash this out or something. So be right back. I'm really sorry, guys. Be right back. Be right back. Sorry for that. But that one was it annoyed me for the past like 15 minutes. Had to get it out. So there's cheese on the pizza. Never enough cheese on pizza. Never enough.
Let me introduce the identities of these suspects to you. It's very straightforward. First of all is the shopkeeper, right? He's one of the Papashi people and only stands as tall as Sparkle's waist, which is often a source of teasing for him.
Okay.
He can get pretty salty about it. Next up, you have the merchant Lefton. He wants to join up with the Penacony Trading Guild and is in direct competition with Miss Sparkle. That could be a motive for killing her.
Okay.
Finally, there is the gambler Zhongshan. He lost a bet to Miss Sparkle, and he had to hand over his family heirloom. It's possible he harbored a grudge against her. That's all the information we have. Do you need me to repeat it?
Just eat the cheese. Just eat it raw. Love to hear about the sauce. No. It's okay.
That won't be necessary. I remember it all.
Okay. I probably have to do this like 3 times because it's like
There's
3
an accounting book
subjects.
lying on the ground. It must have been specially placed there by Sparkle.
On the title page is written Chen Katong. Is that someone's name? A code name. Oh, I think it's the name of the owner of this book.
This
Like an
Chen
apple?
Katong person should be Sparkle's targeted
Yeah.
victim this time around.
Did you never just eat cheese? That's normal. That is absolutely normal. You can't gaslight me into thinking it's not. You can't. I know that's normal. You can just eat cheese. You buy it, so you can eat it.
And there's the tie.
That skit before said that the deceased was strangled. Is this tie some kind of joke murder weapon?
The tag on the tie reads, "Only for Imperial Master Lefton." Seems like it's one of Miss Sparkle's personal belongings.
That's not how you use the word imperial.
Listen. You can't just simply eat a block of cheese. I mean, if you're lactose intolerant, it's going to be having different issues, but you can just eat it.
So,
Yeah,
it's
just
like
bite.
the first case then, only 2 pieces of evidence. The rest
You can drizzle it with
inside her
honey.
memories
It's actually
again,
delicious.
Right?
Miss Sparkle doesn't want to distract your investigation.
I mean, you can have cheese boards.
She
If
doesn't
that
want
is
to
not the
distract our
evidence
investigation?
that you can just
What
eat
a
raw cheese,
law-abiding citizen this Sparkle
then
is.
I don't know what is.
Why doesn't she surrender
Okay?
then?
I'm sure that's evidence enough. Why did I not think of the cheese boards? That's true. I have a friend who's also lactose intolerant. They don't care. They don't care. Where do I go? Oh, I can make myself big. Suffer for the... Hey, for the cheesiness, it's funny how you said you're lactose intolerant and then you ordered a free cheese pizza.
A little stool.
It's kind of funny.
Normal. There are 2 small footprints drawn on it in crayon.
The footprints, which are half as big as standard, must belong to a Pepeshi person.
Perhaps it's just that this person's drawing skills are extraordinary.
Yeah, it's future me's problem, not today's me's. It's sad how much I can account to that, because like my friend is a sign.
What's that smell? Why is there a smoked red herring there?
Mr. Sampo, take a look. This is a wonderful smoked red herring.
Is it? Is that what you would call it?
Somebody save me from this cringe joke.
Even among the fools I know, Miss Sparkle's sense of humor stands out.
You
from
don't
the
like
rest.
toast so far?
Have you dealt with many
What?
masked fools before?
Sonia, what? You also never told me what's
only
off.
a handful.
You
After
dropped.
all,
Oh, is there
I
something
prefer
off? And then you
warm
never
bodies wrapped in
elaborated.
Sunshine.
What is off?
They're the ones that usually belong to kind people.
I mean, are you lactose intolerant, Ursula? I would be so sad if I would be, because listen, I'm drinking a glass of milk nearly every day. You can't take my milk away. I'm gonna drink it. Oh. But maybe I need to go up here. Yes. Oh, there's a puzzle.
This
Open it up and take.
Yep. I will. There we go. Is he different? I don't know, is he? They didn't announce a voice change. So, I don't think
there's
so.
a ring inside.
Because this ring was found inside the victim's mouth.
Oh?
Want to reconstruct the scene of the crime.
In the victim's mouth.
Hey, there's something engraved inside the ring. Zhongshan family
Prawns.
heirloom.
Well, the thing is, I only like
That should be
fish
it.
if
Let's
it comes
head
like out of the sea. All the other animals
I have to
stuff,
thank you,
not
Mr.
for me.
Assistant Detective. But the puzzle this time is pretty strange.
Have you found out who the killer is?
Just some shallow intuition. Anyway, let's report back to the sheriff for now.
I don't know who it is this time.
Oh, for the laughter! Didn't think I'd be seeing Detective
For the
Black Swan
laughter.
so soon. Was that? You found out who the killer is?
Yes.
Pretty much.
You live up to your reputation, Detective Black Swan. As smart as the nest of magpies roosting in the roof of my Uncle Frank's garage.
What?
This guy is mixing up his birds here.
Then go ahead. Who is the killer?
Yeah, no, he
What
knows.
evidence do you
I
have
think
to prove
I
the
mentioned
case?
this more than once. What if I don't?
In my opinion, there is no murderer for this case.
What do you mean by that?
I don't know.
This
It doesn't. Looks like Miss Sparkle is more careful than I thought. This ring is a piece of evidence, right?
That's right. That's the one.
Oh,
Zhongshan stormed into the
I
changing room
did
to
not
try
catch
and
up on
restrain
that word joke. I'm
Full-strength
sorry.
Miss Sparkle,
I'm
who
sorry,
swallowed
Tanya.
it. Who would have guessed that the ring would get stuck in her throat? Zhongshan repaid evil with
Listen, I
kindness
knew there
and
is no
tried to
murderer.
borrow a tie to
I
have
knew
Miss
it.
Sparkle squeeze out the
I
ring.
wanted to test chat
But
if they also
sadly,
figured it out.
She couldn't be saved. What a tragedy.
Yes.
If it weren't for your incisive
What a tragedy.
work, the three suspects would all be facing grave injustice.
Is something wrong here?
I don't know,
This
man.
is too easy. The first case wasn't hard, but this one.
As you can imagine, the conclusions that the evidence points to are not mutually exclusive. Which means, this is probably another prank from Miss Sparkle. Mr. Assistant Detective, please feel free to point out a suspect as the murderer.
What?
I see. Sheriff, the murderer is Lefton. The evidence is the tie, right?
Correct, Detective Sampo. I never thought you'd be able to deduce the truth.
Huh?
Sheriff, the murderer is right. The evidence is the stool, right?
Yes! For the laughter, how did I fail to realize this formidable intellect of yours?
Then, right
Oh
from
my
the
God.
start, there was no murderer. The evidence is the ring. Whatever, I'm just spitballing here.
Goodness me! Deputy Sheriff, is he really a genius? How could such an unfathomable mystery be solved so easily by him?
Oh.
Look, Miss Sparkle has given us a puzzle where every single answer is correct.
Wow. That's not how puzzles work.
Seriously! Miss Sparkle is a masked fool, not a masked genius. If it's a challenging puzzle you want, please go out there and turn right until you get to the Intelligentsia Guild. We're only responsible for providing an entertaining detective experience.
No, I'm okay.
Anyway, since our genius detective Black Swan has cracked the case, I will now share Miss Sparkle's next puzzle with you.
Okay.
So that's it? This is just going to go on and on forever? We can't do that.
Hmm.
Then I wish you both the best. Oh yes, if you're not in a hurry, I can tell you the answers for some of the outcomes you never chose.
Okay.
Detective Black Swan, would you like to hear about the other answers that you didn't guess?
I mean, why not? Sure.
Why, I wouldn't miss it for the world. Seeing as you put so much work into everything.
The way she's saying that.
Lefton is a wealthy merchant who has been competing with Miss Sparkle for decades.
Hmm.
They're always at each other's throats.
Nothing.
Don't go too far. Lefton is a wealthy merchant who has...
This
one?
tie is a piece of evidence, right?
That's right. That's the one. This tie
Ba,
belongs
ba,
to
ba,
Lefton, and
ba.
it just so happens to be the murder weapon in this case. Could the evidence be any more solid than this? Lefton snuck into the changing room and waited for poor Miss Sparkle to enter before using this very tie to brutally kill her. And then he stuffed Zhongshan's ring into her mouth as a way to try and frame him. What a tragedy! If it weren't for your incisive detective work, the murderer would still be at large.
Yeah, okay.
I'd rather not play around. We don't have very much time.
Okay. One more.
Just
I
as
guess.
you said, solving puzzles is all just a cover for something else. That girl is toying with us.
Oh, really?
What should we do now? Just
Sorry.
Miss Black Swan, Mr. Sampo, you're finally here.
I am the famed detective of Penacony, and next to me here is my assistant detective.
A murder in a locked room has left us all stumped.
as expected, another change in setting.
Yesterday, my assistant and I were visiting the famed artist Miss Sparkle, and we stayed the night. But this morning, Miss Sparkle didn't come out of her bedroom. The butler, Zhongshan, said that the door was locked from inside, so we ought not to have disturbed her. But Miss Sparkle had never slept in so late. And
The
no
poor
matter
girl
how
needs
hard
some
we knocked,
sleep.
There was no answer from inside.
As soon as I heard, I knew something must have happened. So I acted decisively and broke the door down to get inside.
The poor
The room
door.
was covered in spattered blood. Miss Sparkle's body was lying right in the middle, her face white as snow. One look told me she'd been dead for some time.
The blood around wasn't the indication for that.
Miss Sparkle's blood, but alas, poor Miss Sparkle. She's left us now forever.
Besides us and Zhongshan,
Forever?
Lefton the cook and Wright the driver were also at the scene of the crime. What would you like to do?
Nothing.
Presumably, Miss Sparkle is now carefully arranging the next crime scene, right? Why don't you skip all this rigmarole and just have a heart-to-heart conversation with me? It might tickle a little.
Wait up! Wait up!
Honest kid. I know where you are, Miss Sparkle.
Really?
No
cheating.
cheating!
Wow.
Huh. Mr. Assistant Detective. You seem to be getting anxious.
No, it's this locked room murder case is pretty fun.
Uh-huh.
I want to guess who it was.
Let's go. Can't keep a girl waiting, can we?
Hey,
Why
Miss
is he
Sparkle,
acting so
wait up,
saucy?
wait up. Miss Sparkle has one final message to announce.
Oh.
Ding-a-ling! Now comes the most exciting
Oh, she's
romantic
cute.
moment in any drama. The audience challenge. Everyone knows that the mighty masked fool Sparkle can change her appearance to look like others. And in this drama, the villain Sparkle has disguised herself as another character. So then, I put to you, which character is it? Also, if you're interested in the locked room case that the memo keeper ignored, you can try out your powers of deduction. I put lots into coming up with the puzzle, so don't let it go to waste. Thus, the masked genius Miss
Sorry.
Sparkle has thrown down the gauntlet. All the clues are in motion. Happy hunting!
Okay. Sure.
Miss, why didn't you just do
Thank
this
you, thank you.
earlier?
Such a crude approach violates my aesthetics of memory. But as a means to an end, I need to put this aside for a more indifferent process.
Oh, there's a trash can.
There's no weird, sweet dreams troupe. nor is there evidence strewn all over the place. We finally caught up with her.
That's a trash can.
What's that thing? A Bella Boggian trash can? In Penacony?
I mean, there are a few.
Dear Memo Keeper and Mr. Coldfeet, you made it. I didn't expect you to skip the final puzzle. That's on me. All right. Miss Sparkle cares not for the faults of ants like me. Come then, this is the final question.
Okay.
Listen up. What creature has 4 legs in the morning, 2 legs in the afternoon, and 3
Human.
legs at night?
I know that one.
No murder case this time around.
It's a baby, and then an adult,
It's nice to take it
and then
easy.
an old man.
Come on, dear. Give me your answer then.
People.
Since it's a classic puzzle, the answer is people, right?
Wah, wah. Wrong answer.
What do you mean?
How could it be as boring as that? The correct answer is Sparkle.
That wasn't even an
When
option.
sleepy in the morning, she can't get out of bed. She runs about all afternoon in a fluster, so is exhausted by evening, but has to still raise.
Also,
her
do
head
you
to
not
look
count
at the
as
toothbrush.
people?
Poor Sparkle. So naturally, she's got 4 legs in the morning, 2 legs in the afternoon,
Hi,
and 3
Firan.
legs at night.
What the heck was that jibber jabber?
What a cute answer.
Thanks for the compliment, my dear. But you can't try to fool me, seeing as you've just tried to cheat. Wrong answer. Accept your punishment.
Sure. Are you gonna? Yeah, of course.
Retribution will find you. Ill tidings manifest.
Rise!
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-bam.
Blood cleansing dragon.
Yeah, make yourself stronger. It's okay.
Not yet. Not now.
Not so okay.
Receive divinity.
Not so okay.
Return!
Not my DPS. Go fucking. Okay, he's gone anyways. My DPS.
Holy smokes! What's up with this guy? He just came out swinging from nowhere.
Yeah, that's the trash can for you.
Huh? No voices? This guy's pretty quiet.
Yeah,
Miss, let's hurry up. Flip open the lid and find the girl.
I don't think she's in there.
Wait,
I really don't
Don't
think
move.
so.
something's off.
Yep. Oh. Oh, she is.
You killed Sparkle.
Nah.
How is this possible? How can people die inside Penacony's dreamscape? In the Garden of Recollection. What did you do?
Nothing. You were next to
You
me.
did this, didn't you? Killing people in their dreams. Only the Remembrance has the powers to do that. You planned it out all from the start because she
What are you
teased
even
and was
talking
pranking
about?
You wanted to kill her. Oh, I understand. You refused to let me go
You
because
fool.
you wanted to drag me into all of this. If I don't agree, I'll end up just like she did.
There is no
The
death
mental
inside
gymnastics
Penacony's
this
dreamscape.
dude is doing.
That's the promise of the
The
family.
fucking
and
hell.
the blessing of the harmony. Not even a memo keeper can break this barrier. There's no need to take such great pains. If you just want confirmation, I've already told you the answer, Miss Sparkle.
Miss Sparkle, who are you talking to?
Listen,
You.
I was,
Sparkle
Kind
has
of thinking
disguised
that
herself
from the
as another
start.
character.
but like she
Wouldn't
pulled
that
this
be
one already
you,
once, so I was like,
Mr.
nah,
Sampo?
she ain't gonna do that twice.
Miss? Don't jump to conclusions!
Oh, wait, someone's knocking at my door.
If you want to accuse me of being Sparkle, you have to provide the evidence. Oh, I'm afraid evidence is a little too hard to come by. So, deduction will do.
Sorry for that. Someone was viciously knocking at my door.
The hint for the final question was a little too obvious.
Oh, you mean the locked room murder? I thought you weren't doing that one.
All the painstaking effort that Miss Sparkle put into it. How could I ever miss it? The key to solving the puzzle lay in two pieces of information put forward by the detectives. First, the large splatter of blood at the crime scene. Second,
I see.
the victim had been dead for some time. Based on my shallow understanding, I can only draw two conclusions. One is that the murderer did not need to create a locked room case, because a locked room always needs a reason to exist. But based on the detective's description, this locked room did not delay the discovery of the body. There was no third party at the crime scene to frame, and the blood everywhere didn't look like a faked suicide.
Huh?
That being so, the murderer seems to have no reason for creating a locked room. There is also reason to speculate that if the crime scene was a locked room, then its creator might not necessarily be the murderer. As for my second conclusion,
What?
it's even more obvious still. When everyone broke into the scene of the crime, why did the assistant rush off to staunch the blood? A trained professional was somehow happily destroying a crime scene just to save someone who's obviously been dead a while. The answer is simple. It's because the assistant detective is the murderer. At the time, I was in such a hurry that I didn't hear the whole mystery. I tentatively speculated that the murderer had killed the victim the night before, but hadn't locked the door from the inside.
Okay.
And so, when he learned this piece of information, he realized that the victim had created their own locked room mystery. That's why he had to rush to the crime scene as soon as possible, to confirm whether or not the victim left any evidence implicating him. And, judging by his behavior, it probably had something to do with that canvas, like some final words. Of course, this is just a simple mind game. The answer to the puzzle isn't important. Miss Sparkle just wanted
You're right,
to pass
she has a belt on
one
her head.
hint to me, that the murderer is the
Why,
assistant
though?
detective. Which means it's you, Mr. Sampo. I've been using this term of address, but it was you who first came up with it.
Has anyone ever told you that you're more like a detective than a memo keeper?
In my opinion, there is no difference between the two. Follow ripples along the surface of the water. Use some abilities and tricks to keep diving deeper, and touch that secret deep inside people's hearts. Salvage it, and protect them carefully. The truth does not lie. Neither do memories.
Memories very well can lie.
Exquisite reasoning. And
You can just
very close
remember
to the
wrong.
truth.
Memories are
I have
actually
another
one of the
answer.
worst things.
Would you like
Because
to hear it?
it's tempered.
Another
The moment the
answer?
thing happened, your memory is tempered.
The great artiste Sparkle locked herself away in her bedroom using red paint to create the semblance of spattered blood everywhere. And that assistant detective who was first on the scene, who confirmed her death, was not the murderer, but rather an accomplice who assisted her in faking her own
If you're
death.
what?
What a pity, such a pity. My dear, you were so so close to the right answer. Unfortunately, the right answer is Miss Sparkle's body.
What?
Sparkle was disguised as Sparkle's body. Ding-a-ling!
Huh?
I won!
I stopped
Miss
following
Sparkle's
a long time
body
ago.
even count as a real character?
Why not? Miss Sparkle's body appeared in all 3 of those skits just then.
It's a little bit forced, but it's fine. So, who is this Mr. Sampo then?
Beautiful lady, I already confessed everything to you earlier on. I really didn't know a thing. I just helped a friend send a letter. That's all.
Mm-hmm, sure, that's all.
So I've been running a fool's errand this whole time.
My dear, why so serious? Haven't you been having a great time? I have, at least. You take memories, and I get joy. We get what we need from each other. Seeing as
Questionable?
we're such kindred spirits, but also such loners.
Very questionable.
Why don't you come and work with me? Ooh, we can
Why-
dance
why would
ballet
I?
together.
Why would I?
Oh? Am I understanding this correctly? A masked fool inviting me to work together?
Huh.
A show of unprecedented splendor is about to be staged in Penacony.
Oh yeah,
If you're
this is
too
like
late to take the stage,
before everything
you can
happened
work
with
behind the
Aventurin.
scenes.
So oopsie. Oopsie doopsies.
If you want to appreciate this drama, you have to stand up under that spotlight as you take the stage.
I don't know
and
what the
watch
belt on her head is
dancing
supposed to
envelop
be
you.
doing there. I have
Come
no
with
clue.
me.
None.
This is the best seat in the house.
It is
I
fashion.
don't really understand
Fashion.
why you're so fixated
That's all I
on
can tell you.
destroying family barriers. But, as I said before, a memo keeper can't help you. It's frankly above my pay grade.
She's like, I'm
Also,
not getting
I
paid
don't
enough for
consider
this.
you a loner.
Leave me alone, woman.
Oh, I don't mean him, but rather behind you.
Oh?
The one who hired you to come to Penacony probably doesn't want you secretly linking up with other forces,
Oh.
right?
Okay.
How did you know?
Memory is like the deep blue sea. But if you try to catch 2 fish with 1 cast, you might not be satisfied with your catch.
No, that's Nomura's answer.
So,
Just
you
his.
mean you're refusing?
It also depends on his era.
Memory
Now it's
keeper.
zippers. Just
Did you
not
think
zippers
you
everywhere.
could just leave?
Why not?
The answer to every question is zippers.
My dear, I don't want to scare you. You'll know the answer sooner or later. We're just getting to
Do we?
know each other a little today.
Okay.
If you ever change your mind, come find me at the tavern. That is, if you can find me.
What do you mean by
Let's
that?
go, Sam.
If you can find me. Like,
Sampo.
why?
Who is Sampo?
This is Bellabug, right?
What is... I didn't pay attention. Can someone give me a
I said,
PLDR?
why not? Don't worry. Such a crude approach violates my statics of memory. So once you leave my sight, you'll be able to remember everything again.
Oh. Huh?
And also, I'm sorry, my dear. My dream dance partner? I've already got sights on someone else.
So funny. Haha.
What a
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention either. I'm sorry.
Being part of a play inside the dreamscape is as weird and
She did something, and something happened, and yeah.
a dream.
Are we done? I did get an achievement, wait. Mama's got an achievement. Okay, we're not done yet.
That's the end of Miss Black Swan's
Okay, maybe we are. Who knows? Shampoo turned out to be...
I
What?
noticed that the people in your dream were familiar to you. It's worth repeating that dreams are just dreams. And in Penacony,
The trash can.
dreams can be processed.
It's a lordly trash can, by the way.
Things in our dreams cannot be trusted, let alone in someone else's dreamscape. If there's any information that you'd like to confirm, please do so by the cold hard light of reality. Sweet dreams.
Are we done now? Maybe.
Really? I
Oh.
wouldn't do anything to her.
Don't worry about that, Memo Keeper. Let's talk about my thing. I've helped you out with everything you've asked, as agreed. Shouldn't you give my mask back to me now?
Oh, he also has one?
Since when did the masked fools suddenly start respecting agreements? Just kidding. I loved seeing that look on your face. Take this
She's
tour
terrible.
to the tavern cellar, third barrel on the left. You never saw me. But Sampo, after all this time, what made you suddenly want to take back your mask? This doesn't seem like the Sampo I know. Let me guess. A catastrophe is coming to Urello 6. Am I right?
Well, no comment about that. But I love that line you said. If you're too late to take the stage, you can work behind the scenes. That really makes sense. Sometimes even an old-timer like me feels
Why
like
are you
taking the
disliking
stage
him,
and
Ursula?
making a fool out of myself.
If you're all out of options, please get in touch with me. I'm the kind of person who values friendship highly.
Sure you do.
Forget it. You'll be doing me a favor if you stay away from Bellabog. After all, the elation that Miss Sparkle seeks isn't something old Sempo can stand by. Go tell Giovanni I said hi.
That makes it sound like they're like
Just
part of like a
spitballing
mafia
here.
or something.
Don't take it so seriously. Why?
Like, why would you be
so
called Giovanni if you're not
serious?
part of a mafia? We got a new message. Tommy, I imagine you have already seen that dream bubble. Relax, I just want to know if anyone has come looking for you yet. What up? I'll make this simple. That fool named Sparkle is currently searching all over the place for that dream bubble. I don't know what her intentions are, but allowing it to slip into her hands will only make the situation more confusing. Can you do me a favor and go to reclaim that dream bubble? Why are you not doing it? Maybe he's the leader of Team Rocket. I didn't expect you to refuse me. I guess I could go myself, but I don't remember where that dream bubble was left. Can you remind me? How could a memo keeper forget a memory? Are you really Black Swan? You figured me out? Well, I'm not a true memo keeper after all. I can't believe you figured me out so quickly. How dull. Pranks are all about the back and forth. You've seen how much fun I have with the Memo Keeper. You should learn from her, young nameless. This is just the beginning. I'll be back. Bring it on! Okay, cool. Ba-ba-ba-bam! We finished one thing. He just enough. There's nothing really to mark. He's just lame. Yeah. Oh, this time we actually got a message from Black Swan. Let's see. Relax, I just want to know if anyone has come looking for you. I'm getting a deja vu here. You may also know that interesting young fool, Sparkle. She's recently gotten into disguising herself as other people. Has she tried this with you already? Wait, then you might be... I see you're on high alert. What would you have me do to prove I am me? A unique action. But if that little Miss Fool excels in observation, there is a chance that she could perfectly imitate everything about a person. I think that the only thing that can differentiate someone from another is their memories. There is no way for an outsider to completely steal or imitate every ounce of a person's memory. It's just like when we met in Penacony, is it not? A strange dreamland surrounding us, a series of strange murders, people with differing dreams, the truth that lies beneath the water's surface. Do you need me to go on? Nah, I'm okay. I can't be the only one doing all the talking. By your logic, you should also have to prove that you are not Sparkle. Huh? But you wrote me. That's the same as you calling a company and be like, hey, prove me that you're the real company. Like, but I called you. I'm just joking, as the Memo Keeper I naturally know who the person is on the other side of my screen. Miss Sparkle's pranks are not without their benefits. She is able to make us re-examine what we have seen and think about the appearance and reality of the dreamscape. This is also the reason that I share the dream bubble with you. Alright, looks like she hasn't caused any major damage. I will put my mind at ease. Talk to you soon again. Oh. Another achievement. So many achievements. I don't have enough for a wish, do I? Let's go. Nah. Sadness. Sadness! Yeah, not enough for that either. Okay. But that's it. That's it with Honkai.